Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn...
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
No, Johnny, you're not fighting on October 21st. You're not fighting.
Yeah, no, I'm too old for that. I'm just fighting in my head. I'm still King Kong in my head.
Umar with IFL TV, huge London clash. Joshua Buatsi and Dan Azeez go at it, live on Sky Sports. This is what we wanted, isn't it, Johnny?
Without a doubt. I've been looking forward for this to be announced, to say, right, now we've got a date, now it's fixed in, it's locked in. I think it's a fight where both fighters have been honest pros that probably didn't have to take this fight and may have had, on the surface, a better option in fighting Bivol, but these guys believe in themselves and invest in themselves. So could have gone for the dough against Bivol, thinking, well, you know what, I'm going to go in there, I might win. These guys have proved they want to go in when they're going with Bivol, knowing they can win. And that's the difference, and that's why, you know, Buatsi's been slagged off for not taking it. Azeez has been given the option, and so you've got to understand, I can give you an option to swim the channel, and it's a great option. But if you can only swim 100 meters, and you probably think, I ain't gonna make it, but I'm gonna have a go. You know, you've got to go in there with belief. You've got to go in this thing, you've ticked every box, you've trained, you've prepared, you've got all the experience in the world to do it, to achieve it. And this is Buatsi, this is Azeez, this is what they want to do. They want to be in a position where they think, right, I've created consistency, I've created success, I believe I can get with Bivol and deal with him. Not think, oh, I might win, or I'll put up a good fight. That's being a true pro.
And from a business point of view, we know how competitive the market is with TNT, DAZN, and obviously Sky. Sky needed a fight like this as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they do. You know, and that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, that's the business side of it. You know, I'm talking from a fighter's point of view. You know, I ain't Sky. I'm like, this fight is like, to me, I like it. I love the undercard.
What's a fight between Lowell and Chamberlain as chief support? Incredible.
Well, you know what? Today you will see what the fight's going to be like, because Chamberlain has been winding up Lowell constantly. You know, since the fight fell through, and every time he's got the chance, he slagged him off and had a dig at him. Lowell wears his heart on his sleeve. Lowell's a no-nonsense kind of guy. Isaac can cause trouble in an empty room. So when they get out there now, these go face-to-face again. And then, well, he don't like how he's been represented. He don't like how people are portrayed in regards to this that he's running. He's pissed off. You know, so that, again, is one of those fights where you think, shit. And even today, people are like thinking, this might blow up because we know there's no love lost there. This is serious business.
Talks about Dimitri Bivol, and we know this is an eliminator for that world title strap. And I'm sure Ben Shalom will look to position Buatsi or Azeez, the winner of this, for Dimitri Bivol and push the WBA for it. However, for some reason, if that doesn't materialise, another London clash I'd love to see is Anthony Yarde.
That conversation's always been had. That conversation's always been there. That conversation should always happen. And that's a great, again, you're on an island where you can get a fight and you'll put bums on seats. It's a good competitive fight, intriguing, interesting. But remember, you know, Dan Azeez could mess that party up, and he could jump in that place. Well, I want to box you. You know, we've got a good crop of light heavyweights here in the UK.
Absolutely, we have. Right, let's talk about the weekend. The crowd, was it very harsh for them to boo Anthony Joshua in the third round?
They've been spoiled. You know, you go to watch Anthony Joshua crash bang Waller and get the job done. And Anthony Joshua is going through a transition of who he is and the fighter he is and what he wants and the fight he wants to portray. And so the crowd, out of frustration, you know, impatience, you know, they booed him, and which would have hurt Anthony Joshua. Trust me, no matter what he said, you know, it would have hurt him. The problem is, you know, when he got the knockout, that's what he wanted. And Anthony Joshua proved that he still got that hand, foot, eye, instinctive reaction to get the knockout in. But up to that point, people within the game, like myself, thought this guy has lost faith in himself. So when he jumped out of the ring afterwards and did whatever he did to just basically say to the media, stuff you. Again, my argument has always been, if you're the guy that's getting up at stupid o'clock in the morning to train, and you're the guy that's been committing yourself left, right and centre to live in the gym, taking yourself away from your friends and family, why would you listen to people that haven't done it and let their thoughts influence you? Now on the surface, that's easy to say, I'm blanking out, but you need to think, my success says it all. I don't need to prove nothing to you. I don't need to say you don't know shit. I don't need to say you're a great analyst. He just has to believe in himself because he's the one that's putting the work in. And this is Anthony Joshua's problem. Because up to that point there, he was still half in, half out, half in. And then once he did it, he thought, you saw it's there. So Anthony Joshua's problem is his problem. It's nobody else's, because everybody else around him knows what this guy can do. And this guy is a formidable puncher, a formidable athlete. He's a very intelligent guy that overthinks the fight game. And you're going to be a bit stupid when you get in there to fight in the first place. So when you're going into fight, you think, right, now he's had all the experience in the world to know he can do what he thinks he can do.
Your honest views on the fight with Deontay Wilder?
Sorry?
Your honest views on the fight with Deontay Wilder?
That won't, and it shouldn't happen next. It won't happen next because Eddie said that's what he wants. Anthony Joshua said I want two or three fights, another 2 fights this year. That ain't going to happen next, trust me. He's a play with words. He said we want it next.
But what if Saudi just put the offer up, put the money up? It's there.
Well, I'm telling you now, I would be very surprised if AJ's team let that happen next. I'd be very surprised.
You believe Wilder will knock him out at this stage?
I believe that Anthony Joshua has to go in there to fight Wilder 100% sure of what he's capable of doing. If he goes in there doubting himself, he gets knocked out. We can't. Especially the last performance and the first few rounds of this performance, he was a fighter that still wasn't sure of what he was doing, what he wasn't doing. Shalla. You can't afford to be in that fight with somebody that punches like Wilder. I got to go.
You got to go?
Yeah, got to.
Johnny, thank you for your time, mate. Top man.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking shut up.